Hello everyone, my name is Baksanam, and today I will present a disappearing language, Aragonese. Aragonese is a Romance language spoken by between 10,000 and 30,000 people throughout the valleys of the Pyrenees in Aragon, Spain, mainly in the comarcas of Somontano de Barbastro, Jaquetania, Alto Gallego, Sobrarba, and Ribagorza. It's the only modern language that developed from medieval Navarro Aragonese. While informally known as Fabla, Aragonese is also commonly referred to by the names of its numerous local dialects, which arose from fragmentation the language underwent over the centuries. Aragonese originated in the High Middle Ages as one of many Latin dialects developed in areas around the Ebro River and further north in certain spots of the Aragon River, as well as urban centers and monasteries. It expanded to the Pyrenees on top of a strong Basque-like substratum. The original kingdom of Aragon was progressively expanded from the mountain ranges towards the south, pushing the Moors farther south in the Reconquista and spreading the Aragonese language. The dynastic union of the Catalan counties and the Kingdom of Aragon, which formed the Aragonese crown in the 12th century, did not result in a merging of the language forms of the two territories. Catalan continued to be spoken in the east, and Navarro Aragonese in the west, although with blurred boundaries because of dialectal continuity. The Aragonese Reconquista to the south ended in the Kingdom of Murcia, which was ceded by James I of Aragon to the Kingdom of Castile as a dowry for an Aragonese princess. The main character of the Aragonese language was undoubtedly Johan Fernandez de Heredia, founder of the lineage and Grand Master of the Order of the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem, based in Rhodes. He wrote an extensive catalogue of works in Aragonese and also several works translated from Greek into Aragonese, the first in medieval Europe. The spread of Castilian, now more commonly known as Spanish, the Castilian origin of the Trastamara dynasty, and the strong similarity between Castilian and Aragonese meant that further recession was to follow. One of the key moments in the history of Aragonese was when a king of Castilian origin was appointed in the 15th century, Ferdinand I of Aragon, also known as Ferdinand of Antequera. The mutual union of the crowns of Aragon and Castile and the progressive suspension of all capacities of self-rule from the 16th century meant that Aragonese, while still widely spoken, was limited to a rural and colloquial use, as the nobility chose Spanish as their symbol of power. During the rule of Francisco Franco in the 20th century and the spreading of compulsory schooling, Aragonese was regarded as a mere dialect of Spanish, and therefore was frowned upon. Then the constitutional democracy voted by the people in 1978 also meant the debut of literary works and studies conducted about the Aragonese language. Today, Aragonese language is still spoken natively within its core area. The Aragonese mountain ranges of the Pyrenees in the comarcas of Somontano, Jaquetania, Sobrarbe, and Ribagorza. These are the major cities and towns where Aragonese speakers can still be found. Aragonese is also learned as a second language by other inhabitants of the country in areas like Huesca, Zaragoza, Ela de los Caballeros, and Teruel. According to recent polls, altogether they only make up around 10,000 active speakers and about 30,000 passive speakers. In 2009, the Languages Act of Aragon gives recognition of native language, original and historic of Aragon. Therefore, there are a number of linguistic rights as the utilization of Aragonese language in the public administration of Aragon. Aragonese grammar is similar to the grammar of the Iberian Romance languages, such as Spanish and Catalan. The dialects. There are about 25-30 dialectal variants of Aragonese, the majority of which are in the province of Huesca, due to its mountainous terrain where the natural isoglosses have developed around valley enclaves, and where the highest incidence of spoken Aragonese is found. There is a proposal to classify the language varieties into four main dialects: Central, Western, Eastern, Southern. The medieval ages. At no point in its history did the Aragonese language acquire the prestige literature developed in other Romance languages from the Iberian Peninsula. Not until the 12th-13th century did Aragonese begin to be used in written documents. From this period are featured Liber Regum, early modern period literature. Spanish was from 1500 the first language of culture in Aragon. A lot of Aragonese stood out with writings in the Spanish language to the point that in the 17th century the Argansola brothers went to Castile to teach Spanish. Aragonese became a familiar and village language and each day acquired popular traces. Contemporary literature. The 19th and 20th centuries have seen a renaissance of the Aragonese literature. However, due to the lack of standard language, authors write about local topics, each using his own variety of the language. In 1844, the novel Vida de Pedro Saputo by Braulio Foz appeared in Almodovar Aragonese. In the 20th century, the costumbrist comedies written by Domingo Miral gained importance, as well as the poetry of Veramundo Mendez Coraza, both in Heco-Aragonese. What can we do to revive this language? We can teach in schools. We can write new books. We can say that to UNESCO and they can protect that language. Also, we can use it in public areas like cinemas, theaters, and like that things. Thank you for your listening.